After Marilyn and Mike took over in the 70s, they introduced a lot of changes.
So here I am. I have just come through the door into the bar, thinking back to the time I first came. This area here was the whole bar. The counter is exactly the same. The shelves behind the bar are exactly the same, except that they were lined with groceries of every tins of every kind, jam. We had bread, there was sugar and tea and all those kind of things, all lined up there. This was the bar. We came in through the door here, and this was the entrance into our house. So when you walked in the door, in front of you was our staircase going up to our bedrooms. There was a partition along here which kept our kitchen, which is that area, private from the bar. So people walked in the door. There was a phone here in the hall, probably actually the only phone in the neighborhood for a while, and it was a crank one you connected to the operator. This was our kitchen. We had a range. Through this very door was the original low building that Tom Bond built first. I need Mike here to tell us all the dates and the times. The room down there was one of the first things we did. There was an old garage there, a two-story garage. We demolished that, built toilets, then built that room onto the bar to have extra bar space. At one stage in the development, possibly in the early 80s, late 70s, we took away the partition there, took in our kitchen. Oh, that was in the 80s. And then we built onto the old house, the old original house, and added more rooms upstairs for ourselves and a more living space for ourselves as well. And this became part of the bar as well. We took out the stairs that came in, that was at the front door, and we put in a circular staircase inside. We put in the circular staircase so that we could take in that space. My mother-in-law made a comment. She said, "How would you get a coffin down the stairs?" So we told her we'd take her out the window. Another stage of development, the annex section was built. For a while, there was a patio outside, and there was a pool table. The wind used to get us, so we had netting up so that people could sit out there, and always people sat out the back, the roadside of the bar. I'm sure lots of you will have memories of that. But then we used this area as well outside, and then Dad decided to close it in, put fancy windows in, and that was called the annex. And you had entrance into the annex from outside as well. That's a 3-foot thick stone wall where the seagulls are. That was all knocked and rebuilt. Many a dance and sing songs and stuff went on at this end of the house for a while. Then we found we just didn't have enough space, and that was the door into here, and that was a big window. Then in the early 90s, they decided to add on to the whole length of the building. A man named Peter O'Farrelly from Kilshannig, an architect, designed this room.
October 29th, and the JCB is knocking down the back kitchen.
So this whole big room was added on in the 90s and has served us very well all these years.
Just a word about Marilyn. Marilyn is the new matriarch, the existing matriarch. What a job she has done. She moved here from the big city so many years ago to a far more. Herself and Mike created such a fabulous business here, and there is great credit due to Mar and Mike. Well done to Rose for taking on the business, and I wish her all the best in the future, and to Timmy.
Rose has continued Mike's tradition of improvement with a focus on environmental sustainability. She added the food truck, now run by Ben, and Timmy is one of the next generation of family and staff already getting stuck in.
So this whole big room was added on in the 90s and has served us very well all these years.
Like the building, the menu has evolved and changed over the years. Marilyn's salmon salads are legendary, as are Mike's steaks. Food safety has evolved, but the burger recipe is still the same. We can no longer get wild salmon, but our claws are still caught off the local pier. Over the years, we've hosted so many celebrations: New Year's Eve parties, sports events, fancy dress parties, weddings, birthdays, you name it. Lots of music and dancing. While much has changed since the early days, a couple of things have been consistent: the seagulls, the dartboard, the bass sign, Spillanes on both sides of the counter, and that view.
Hello guys, wish you were all here. Look what you're missing. Those of you that are surfers, look out at the waves. Nobody on it. Those of you in offices, give it up and get out.